Hey heroes, and welcome back to the channel. Cap here, and today I want to give my final thoughts on what I think about Guardians of the Galaxy before tomorrow when it releases to everybody, or tonight at midnight, however you got it. We'll talk about the preload times, what I expect, and kind of what my thoughts are so far on it, as people have already gotten early access to it. I've watched bits and pieces, but not a whole lot because I don't want the story spoiled for me. So I'm excited to jump in, dive on in. We'll be covering this live over on Twitch tomorrow, so be sure to drop a follow. I'll leave a link down below. Drop a follow so you know when I go live, and come see my reaction to Guardians of the Galaxy as soon as I have it ready to go and downloaded on my computer. Without further ado, let's spin and check out my final thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy. So first thing to start off with Guardians of the Galaxy is let's talk about the launch times and also the preload times for the video game itself. Now, the video game itself is going to be worldwide available at midnight, the local time. So whatever time it hits midnight for you, that's when Guardians of the Galaxy will be available to play and ready to go. If you're in the US, it'll be 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time. Wherever you fall in there, that's when the game will launch and you are able to jump in and enjoy Guardians. Now, for people on Steam and using the Epic Game Store, that is going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern, unfortunately, on the 26th, where most people will be getting it at midnight if you got it on console, so that's PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. However, if you got it on Steam or Epic, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow, October 26th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, as I live Eastern time. That's when I will be getting it, is at noon, and able to jump in and enjoy this video game. Now, if you want to preload this before, if you're on console, most of you already have it preloaded. However, really, it's Steam that we're looking at because Steam, for some reason, is delayed. But the preload should actually be available right now. So let's pull up Steam and double check to make sure the preload actually is available. So here we are on Steam, and right there, preload. Yes, start it. 7 hours. I feel like they don't know how to quote me the right time. But the preload is live on Steam, so that's a plus. So to talk more about the preload, if you're going to be downloading it, at least on Steam, I've got about 29 gigabytes is what the preload looks like. We know that the storage requirement for it dropped down almost half because we were projecting like that huge 150 gigabyte necessary, went down to like 80 gigabytes, which still pretty large for a video game, but not as large as 150, which would have been crazy for a single player story game to be that large and to see what all it would entail. But super excited that it went down and a much more manageable memory requirement needed for it. Now that we talked about the launch time, the pre-launch, preload times, what to expect out of Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, with everything that we've covered. We've talked about Adam Warlock being in the game. We've talked about Cosmo, the huddle, the music, everything surrounding the video game. So people are kind of talking about the combat and the story. I think with the story, I think it's just going to keep growing as you move on throughout the game. I don't know what kind of twists and turns this has. I know they're pulling a lot of inspiration from the comics, which the comics kind of go all over the place, especially with the Guardians of the Galaxy. The dialogue in it is amazing, just from the little bits that I've heard. And to be honest, the total time that I've watched of this is probably like 10-15 minutes of random throughout the game, so I don't really know everything about it or where the story goes. But I know the dialogue is going to be fantastic in it. The combat looks amazing, looks very fast paced, but also slows down when you need to select, for example, Groot, Rocket, or Gamora and have them charge into battle. I like that aspect of it to kind of slow down time while also keeping the action going. So as soon as you select your action for one of the Guardians, boom, right back in it, and it's go, 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 go. I think the nonstop action's good, as well as a good mix with being able to slow it down and take your time and enjoy not only the story of the game, but also the combat, the huddle up feature where you get to bring in the Guardians, like, ho, let's stop this fight, come here. And like you get like a cool background, it looks like you're talking to the Guardians from what we've seen in the trailers. I'm super excited to actually like use the huddle and see how much the music plays a part. Speaking of the music, if you are going to be streaming or recording this, be sure to have streaming mode on, as all that music is heavy on the DMCA. Don't want any strikes to be handed out for this video game. But I'm super excited for it. I cannot wait to jump in and see what this galaxy has for us. How much trouble do the Guardians cause? Do they actually save the galaxy, or do they just kind of see what they do? But without further ado, as always, if you enjoy this content and you are excited for Guardians of the Galaxy to come out tomorrow, be sure to smash that thumbs up and hit the subscribe for way more videos coming your way, especially once I get this game downloaded, ready to go, and me hop into it, because I cannot wait to show you guys the amazing graphics, the huddle, the combat, the cosmetics, the inspiration from the comics, because I'm a huge comic book nerd, as you know. I can't wait to see what this game has to offer. This looks amazing. It looks like a bright, bright future for Marvel Gaming, and who knows where it goes from there. But we'll be completing this. I want to get 100% on this game as well. So we'll be jumping in, checking all that out tomorrow as soon as this game launches. As always, heroes, stay amazing. And until the next video, bye-bye.